In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to perfect your jumping technique. Although this may vary for different jumps, I'm going to be looking at the main technique on a few jumps. So I'm going to be looking at a tabletop and also a jump which has a lip and then goes to flat. So even if you are good at jumping and you think your jumping technique is good, you might just want to check it, because sometimes you might think it is, but then when you go and do a new jump, it's not the best. So the first jump that I'm going to be doing is the jump at Camelbak Cycle Centre. So here's the tabletop. So first of all, you might think you need quite a lot of speed to clear the jump. So you don't actually need that much speed, it's mostly about the technique. So on your technique on this jump, you want to come in with your knee, with you being slightly crouched, and then once you get right to the top of the lip of the jump, you want to straighten out your legs, so then you're compressing your suspension and that'll bounce you up kind of. So when you're in the air, you want to have your legs straightened out, because that will bring your back wheel up. So you'll start off with your front wheel at the highest point, and then you want your back wheel to come up, so then you have a clean transition. And if you see that you're going a bit too far forward, so your back wheel's coming up a bit too far, you want to try and so you want to pull the bike up to you, and that will keep you in the same position. So when you're going to land, you want to make sure you keep your knees slightly bent and ready in case there's a big rotation to the flat. But otherwise, if the jumps like this one, you don't need to really worry about that, and you want your legs slightly ready to move in case, but you can keep them straight most of the time. Here's the jump broken down into steps, then you can see what body position, how much your legs should be stretched out throughout the jump. Now let's look at the next jump spot. So this spot's at Woodbury Common. It has a lip to the flat, so it's a bit different to the other jump, because you have to you don't want to go over the bars, so you have to control your movement in the air. Let's see how it is. So as you're coming into the jump, you want it to be the same as the tabletop. So as I'm coming into the jump, you can see that I'm crouched, and then just as I get to the lip, I suddenly spring up, compressing the suspension down, so then I can get some good air. So as soon as you're in the right angle in the air, you want to tuck yourself in, kind of, so then you stay level and land correctly. So as you're coming down, you want to have your knees ready to bend, as it's not a curve slowly down, it's just a sudden flat. So as you can see, my suspension bottoms out. So if it does, it might be a good idea to put a little bit more air in, so then you're not always bottoming out, which I'm going to do. Now I'm going to compare my jump to someone else's jump. So we can see on his jump that he comes in with his knees bent and doesn't extend them at the very end. So when we reach this point, they should be fully extended, his legs. And when you're in the air, he's letting his bike come up to him instead of bringing his bike up to him. And then landing's perfectly fine and landing correctly. So he has the right technique, but at the start he needs a bit more of a boost off the jump, instead of just letting the bike go up the jump. He needs to compress his suspension and let it pop off the jump. Thank you for watching this video. Comment down below any of the other types of jumps which you'd like me to see, have a look at for you. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.